Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Mary Lee. Thank you for joining us. In today's show, residents of the United States are watching out for Hurricane Sandy and the potential damage it may cause. In Taiwan, we take a look at New Taipei City's residents, how they are greenifying their rooftops and at the same time growing edible vegetables. And in our feature reports of Taiwan's unique trades, we meet tree doctor Xiao Wenwei, who is responsible for curing sick trees. In the United States, in preparation for the superstorm Hurricane Sandy, Tzu Chi's New York chapter has moved relief supplies to its Chinatown office. Over 1,000 portions of hot meals, daily necessities, and blankets are ready to be distributed at a moment's notice. Besides supplies, Tzu Chi has set up a disaster coordination center to keep everyone abreast of the latest updates. In preparation of Hurricane Sandy, those living on the east coast of the United States are going into alert mode. New York's Tzu Chi chapter is also bracing for the disaster by readying relief supplies and putting volunteers on standby to cook hot meals if needed.
If needed, our Chinatown office can become a mass production kitchen to provide rice for 800 portions. In half an hour, we can ready 100 portions of rice.
Tzu Chi volunteers from the greater New York area, Long Island, Boston, and Chinatown were all mobilized at the Disaster Coordination Center, giving those who are unable to return home a temporary shelter. The Coordination Center is in constant communication with each Tzu Chi liaison office and also updates with the Red Cross.
We hope that our Tzu Chi family will not be harmed, and precautions also need to be taken within our own family.
With the world watching the storm's progress, everyone sincerely prays that the damage from this natural disaster is kept to a minimum. In the Philippines, Tzu Chi volunteers held a rice distribution in Caloocan City, in which each household picked up 20 kilograms of rice. In total, 931 households received rice, while the number of families that received help was even greater than that.
Armando once had a stable jaw, but lost it after he had a limb amputated following an accident. The family of A now relies on a meager amount of rice daily.
We prepare just enough for one day. We can't afford too much rice.
Philippines Tzu Chi volunteers distributed 20 kilos of rice to each household in Caloocan City. It is enough to feed Armando's family for 10 days, and he's willing to share with others.
Tzu Chi's rice is more than enough for our family. I will share this with my nephew because he is as poor as we are.
The rice distribution offers food and helps residents understand the importance of mutual assistance.
Tzu Chi's heart is what touched me, and not the rice they distributed. Hopefully, every grain of the rice they receive will be a blessing, and these blessings will grow and be shared with everyone.
931 households pick up rice, while even more enjoyed Tzu Chi's help.
In Taiwan, the Love to Zimbabwe stationery drive kicked off at Tainan's Tzu Chi Elementary School and received an enthusiastic response from all. Through DaAi TV's reports on Zimbabwe, the students saw for themselves the harsh conditions in which the Zimbabwean children studied in.
The students write down their blessings in English and place it in a pencil bag, along with books and stationery, which will be sent to the children in Zimbabwe.
I feel very sorry for them because they don't have classrooms, desks, or chairs.
After seeing them, I realize how blessed I already am, so I shouldn't compare with others what I have or what I don't have.
Each stationery pack includes a complete set of stationery, crayons, and English storybooks for the Zimbabwean children.
Sometimes a small action or a small thought can inspire a lot in our students, and it can transpire to greatness and compassion.
Initially, we had anticipated to raise about 2,500 packs of stationery and books. We did not think it would be received with so much enthusiasm. Today, we have already raised 6,100 packs.
Every stationery pack is filled with heartfelt blessings from the students at Tainan's Tsuji Elementary School, hoping that the children in Zimbabwe are able to study without worry.
In Taiwan, the residents of one apartment building in New Taipei City's Linkou have come up with an ingenious plan that not only beautifies their building, but also helps them cut down on food costs. On the rooftop of their building, they have set up their very own garden. Evenings and weekends will find many of the residents busy with their plants or discussing gardening tips with their neighbors, which has also helped bring the community closer together.
If you didn't see it for yourself, you would find it hard to believe that so many varieties of vegetables could be grown on a rooftop. 2 years ago, in response to a government plan to greenify rooftops citywide, residents here came up with the idea. Instead of planting plants just for appearance sake, why not plant edible vegetables instead?
With regard to ecological considerations, we started to introduce the concept of planting species native to Taiwan. Then we took a step back and said, why not take advantage of roof space to grow vegetables as a way to save on food miles?
Green roofs can be divided into 3 types. Thin layer green roof systems offer good insulation, low cost, and easy construction, but limited plant variety. Garden green roof systems offer high plant variety but need long growing times and involve higher costs. And finally, the potted plant system, which is the easiest to get up and running but limited the growth of plants. For rooftop gardens, since the life cycle of vegetables is short, they don't require much soil or space to grow. Thin layer or potted plant green roof systems are the most suitable.
The dirt is shallow, so when we want to pick the sweet potatoes, we just lift it up like this. As you can see, it is all sweet potatoes. They are all still connected.
In addition to leafy greens, residents here also grow root vegetables, among other things. By greenifying their roof, residents not only help with carbon reduction, but have created their own breadbasket. In a year, this rooftop produces enough food to feed 500 people at 39 dinners.
We usually don't sell what we grow, especially during typhoon season. Green onions and coriander are really expensive. I saw in the news that they are selling it for $150 to $280.
After the workday, the garden slowly fills up with residents.
Yes, we are growing different types of herbs. When we first planted them, my husband was worried when they weren't growing. He would even check on them at night with a flashlight. Finally, he came back one day and said that his babies had finally started growing.
Everyone works their plots of land while also taking the opportunity to chat and share with their neighbors.
At this garden, everyone shares. Maybe they see how my plants are growing and they'll ask for tips.
As they grow their vegetables, these residents are also cultivating a closer community spirit.
Over the past few years, the composition of Taiwan's population has been changing with the continuous increase in number of foreign spouses. For these new immigrants, language barriers and living environments are all challenges they need to overcome, especially when having to deal with their children's education. 4 years ago, Tzu Chi volunteers in New Taipei City's Xindian district set up a reading center where volunteers come to tutor the children of foreign spouses.
To help children recognize Zhuyin romanization, Tzu Chi volunteer Xu Ruilian passionately repeats the sounds again and again. Xu Ruilian is a retired teacher. In recent years, she found a rising number of foreign spouses in her neighborhood. Therefore, she decided to use this reading center to help the children of foreign spouses.
School teachers have told me that the number of children of immigrants has increased by 1/3 in each class.
The after-school classes are held 3 days a week. Children come here to do homework and study. They also get a chance to watch cartoons. They are watching cartoons that teach them how to behave properly. Soon their mothers will arrive to pick them up.
I bring my kids here so the teachers can teach them how to do their homework.
For a period of time, my daughter didn't like to talk. After Mrs. Xu's care, however, she has become more outgoing.
Tzu Chi volunteers not only help children with their studies, but also support these foreign spouses as well, ensuring they find their way in their newly adopted home.
In Malaysia's Sabah, from June to August, Tzu Chi mobilized 4,000 volunteers to conduct home visitations to children from low-income households as part of the selection process for this year's New Shoot scholarships. In the end, over 1,000 children from 60 different schools were chosen to receive the scholarship, while awards for filial behavior and scholastic merit were also handed out at the award ceremony.
Following half a year of preparation, this year's New Shoot Scholarship ceremony was launched. Over 1 day, 3 ceremonies were held in which 1,000 children from 60 middle and lower schools in Sabah received an economic lifeline for themselves and their families.
She would constantly ask me to buy school supplies. I told her that we can't buy everything she wants as we don't have enough money. But now with this scholarship money, we can buy everything that she needs.
We can get by in terms of daily necessities, but the children's tuition was a difficult expense for us. I want to say thank you, as this has helped lighten our economic load.
This year's scholarships also saw the addition of awards for behavior and scholastic merit.
This award carries a lot of meaning for me. It encourages me to work even harder in the future. I feel very thankful.
I hope to be even more filial to my parents and show more respect to my teachers and work even harder in my studies and also help others. People should help each other and not be divided by race or religion.
At the ceremony, volunteers congratulated the children on their accomplishments and also reminded them the importance of paying the love forward and helping others in the future.
Tzu Chi's New Shoot Scholarship Award helps those students who face difficulties in continuing school, like 4th-year student Su Yiping of National Zhengzhi University in Taiwan. Since the passing of her mother, Su has been taking on the role of mother to her younger sisters. Looking forward to graduation next year, Su Yiping's one wish is to secure a civil servant job to be able to continue to take care of her 2 sisters.
A scholarship isn't something that we should feel obligated to receive. I think studying in school is something for myself, and this scholarship is like an encouragement for me.
Mature beyond her age, Su Yiping never thought social benefits were owed to her. When not in class, she has study sessions with her classmates and also holds down a part-time job to help pay for her cost of living. Her parents divorced when she was in senior high school, but Su never thought that her mother would leave them so soon.
It happened very suddenly, and we were all upset at ourselves for not spending more time with our mother. Our mother at the time really wanted to come home, but the doctors said it was impossible. We couldn't even fulfill her one wish.
When their mother was in the hospital, Su Yiping would take turns with her younger sisters to visit their mother. Now, besides acting as an older sister, Su also is a mother figure for her younger sisters. Whenever a birthday comes up, the three sisters will get together to celebrate the occasion.
I think my older sister is like my mom and my friend because she often asks about our everyday events. She'll ask how we are if anything happens. The most important thing is, I hope in 10 or 20 years' time, we remain this close.
As this is Su Yiping's last year in university, her greatest wish is to secure a civil servant job. With a secure job, she can continue to take care of her two sisters. Thanks to the help of the New Shoots Scholarship, she does not have to worry about making ends meet, but can concentrate on her studies. She says growing up like she did has taught her to count her blessings and learn how to reciprocate the blessings she's received.
In our feature reports on Taiwan's unique traits, we meet tree doctor Xiao Wenwei, who works at the National Taiwan University Experimental Forest, which is the only research center for plants in Taiwan. The main goal of the job is to cure sickness in trees. Since trees cannot express their sickness, therefore, the job requires extra attentiveness. Xiao says, by curing old trees, he also gained valuable life experiences.
Hi, you have a tree that is sick. Okay, I will get my stuff and be there soon.
After receiving a call seeking help, Xiao Wenwei is off to the rescue. This is a Taiwan pine, and after a quick look at the tree, Xiao Wenwei has found the problem.
Your problem is bugs. Look on the top of the tree. Every single leaf has cocoon.
After further examination, this Taiwan pine doesn't require the use of pesticides. Xiao says the easiest way is to remove the bugs by hand and the tree will be fine.
To kill pests, you don't always need to use pesticides. It is bad for our health and for the environment.
He looks at a tree with extra attentiveness. He will know what is happening to the tree just by looking at it. When people ask him to help, he is always willing to do so.
The task of saving tree is not always that easy. This 200-year-old flamboyant tree has a thick trunk, but after a closer look, one can see that the tree suffers from a serious problem.
This tree suffers from wood decay fungus, which means that many areas are already rotten. The biggest problem is that the tree might collapse, and if someone is under it, then it will be a life-threatening problem.
To save this old tree, Xiao Wenwei and his team have brought their equipment. Xiao is responsible for coordination, while his assistant puts Xiao's ideas into practice. Right now, they're working to clean out all the rotten wood before applying medication.
If the tree can absorb the medication, when we pour it onto the roots, it will help in the fight against the disease. The roots will grow better, and its resistance against germs will be stronger too.
Thanks to his extensive knowledge, Xiao Wenwei always finds the right treatment for the sick trees. A graduate of the Department of Plant Pathology, when Xiao was in the military, his senior officer asked him to save old trees.
Back then, everyone was staring at me, and I didn't know what to say. People always said that plant pathology has no use in the future. I believe many people that study in this field feel that way too. However, I don't like to give up.
With a never-say-quit attitude, Xiao decided to become a tree doctor and has been saving trees ever since.
I feel at ease when helping the trees. If you only think of it as a tool of making money, then it is doing business. When I can help others and save their trees, I gain happiness.
At first, I didn't really know anything about this job, so I was always asking Teacher Xiao. He is an earnest man and teaches me much about the trees.
Xiao is willing to share his experiences with his co-workers and always take care of the trees with extra attentiveness. When he can't identify the sickness, he would take a sample back to his lab to do further analysis.
When checking the cause of the sickness, you have to be extra careful or else the rest of the treatment will be wrong. Even though we are dealing with trees, they have life too, so we should treat them equally.
Thanks to Xiao Wenwei, sick trees find health once again. He always says that through saving the trees, he gained life experiences that are even more valuable than money.
These trees teach us to respect the nature. The trees might have been through a lot of disasters, however, they are still standing. I think we should look up to these trees when facing problems. We shouldn't be discouraged when facing obstacles.
Interacting with old trees every day, Xiao Wenwei says that he is not only relieving the trees from sickness, but gaining valuable lessons from them.
China's Welfare Institute is China's largest official agency responsible for social welfare. The institute also sponsored an opera troupe composed of professional performers. Recently, the troupe visited Taiwan to perform a stage play called Bright Sunshine, which portrayed the living conditions of mentally challenged children. Hopefully, through such cross-strait art exchanges, Taiwan and China will find better mutual understanding.
在金色的阳光下，小鸟在蓝天下飞翔。
The actors and actresses on stage are all professional performers from China. They are portraying the life of mentally challenged children.
我是鲜花，我要开放。
我是树苗，我们要成长。
The troupe of the Children's Theatre of the China Welfare Institute tried to show the audience how mentally challenged children feel and the funny things that happen in their lives.
Children of Taiwan Foundation for Rare Disorders also prepared a song to welcome their friends from China.
It is hard to play the role of mentally challenged children. In fact, when I was directing the play, I didn't know how to inspire the performers. In the end, we tried to make friends with these children to understand them so that the play can truly reflect their situation.
On October 30th, the troupe will be performing The Bright Sunshine at the Novel Hall in Taipei City. The troupe hopes to let the audiences feel the brilliance of China's performing arts.
In the summer of 2012, the principal from Barack Obama Male Leadership Academy led students to visit Taiwan and also visited Tzu Chi's recycling station. Upon returning to the United States, the principal deemed recycling as required coursework in the new semester. The principal even invited Tzu Chi volunteers to the school to explain to parents the importance of recycling. We will leave you with these images. Thank you for watching DaAi Headlines. Goodbye.